What up with everybody? Today's message is there is power in what you believe. So let me give you an idea. The average human has 60,000 thoughts a day, right? Out of all those 60,000 thoughts, 80% of those thoughts are negative. And out of those thoughts altogether as well, 95% of those thoughts are repetitive. So think about this. If you're having 80% of 60,000 negative thoughts per day, that means that repetitively, you thought the same 80% negative thoughts yesterday. You're thinking the same negative thoughts today. You're probably gonna think those same negative thoughts tomorrow and the day after that. You have to have power over your mind. And with that, I'm gonna give you a brief story. There was actually a story of two young boys, right? One day it was very cold outside and there was a lake that was iced over and they decided to play on that lake. There's actually a soft spot in one of the lakes and one of the boys fell in, right? So the friend who was on top of the lake was really trying to get the young boy out, but as the current tried to take him under the lake, he began to float under the ice and he began to disappear under the ice. So the little boy started clawing and punching and clawing the ice, but he realized he could not break the ice to save his friend. Then eventually he looked over and he saw just a regular tree branch that was sitting on the side. So he ran and grabbed the tree branch and just started hacking away at that ice. Till finally, after he hacked enough, he ended up breaking the ice, pulling the little boy out and saving his life. But as the firefighters and paramedics pull up, they begin to resuscitate and save the boy's life. But then some of the firefighters and the paramedics were looking around. They started checking the eyes, started hitting it with their own picks. They started stepping on certain spots and they started thinking, and they were like, how is it that this young boy was able to save his life with a twig? There is no way humanly possible for this young boy to save this boy's life. And finally, they looked at the little boy and they said, young man, how did you do it? How did you save the young boy's life? And the young boy was still in such shock, he didn't even know how to give them the answer. But then there was this wise old man that was standing by and he said, I can tell you how he did it. And he looked at the firefighters, he looked at the paramedics, and he said very calmly, he said, because nobody was there to tell him that he couldn't do it. What am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you that there are your own negative thoughts that are in your mind that are telling you you can't do something. You can't be someone. You can't go anywhere. You can't have that. You can't drive that. You can't be in that relationship. There are people around you that are telling you same negative thoughts. And you got to understand that there is power in your thoughts. There is power in your mind, because what you think in your heart and what you think in your mind is who you're going to be. It's what you're going to project. It's what you're going to put out to this world. It's who you're going to create. Just like that little boy, if you really truly believe that you can do something, there is nothing that can stop you. But you have to believe it in your mind and you have to believe in your heart that anything is possible. Also a great story, I actually follows this young lady on Instagram, and I believe she's part of the law enforcement family. After we had connected, I had noticed her little girl, maybe 2-3 years old, was actually battling cancer. And this mother would post about it all the time, every single day, about how strong her daughter was, going through the chemo, losing her hair, fighting daily. And you can just tell the mom is just tore up from this. The mom is dealing with it while trying to have a career, while trying to raise her children. She is really going through it. But the strength in that child was just so strong and powerful. When I look at videos and photographs of the daughter, she has a full head of hair. She's smiling, she's laughing, she's eating ice cream. People could have came up to that little girl and be like, hey, you know what? You might as well just quit. Cancer's gonna get you. You might as well just roll over, die. My mama died of cancer. My grandma died of cancer. My cousin died of cancer. My godmother died of cancer. You might as well give up. But I guarantee you one thing. That little girl honestly believed in her heart for herself and for her mother that she could get through cancer. What am I trying to tell you? That if you believe in something strong enough, there is nothing or no one that can stop you. Just as I can believe that I can inspire the world, just as I can believe I can provide hope to this world, just as I believe I can be a good father and a good husband one day, I honestly believe that as you believe it in your mind, in your heart, you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. Do not let that 80% of negative thoughts take over you. Do not let that 80% of negative thoughts guide your life. And if you have somebody in your life who is giving you those negative thoughts and feeding those negative thoughts, you need to get rid of them. You need to delete them. Don't answer the phone. Block their number. For as he thinketh within himself, so is he. If you really believe that you can do something and conquer something, you honestly can. Don't let anybody shake you. Don't let anybody give you fear. Don't let anybody stop you. You have to believe that you can accomplish it. There are people in your life who do not want to see you do better than them. And that is why your primary coach, your primary inspiration has to be yourself. So just like that little girl battling cancer and just like that little boy who saved his friend's life, you just have to believe in yourself and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. And in that process, I always tell you one thing, always lead with love. Love yourself and love thy neighbor. That is my message for you, Black Superman, MC Inspires. Hey, you guys go out and be phenomenal, be great. If you really like this message and you really support it, man, share it, comment, like it, give it to somebody you think that might need it. Go to the YouTube channel, Mark Cooks Inspires. Make sure you like and subscribe. As my son say, hit the bell, share this message, comments. I love you all. God bless. MC Inspires Black Superman.